So she wouldn't have lived where the brook is over there.
The actual battle was backside now. Can we agree?
And the other Salisbury of the Yorkist Northern contingent has been intercepted as it marches south by a Lancastrian army under Lord Audley at Blore Heath. And the largest of fortified positions, as you can see, and the guns which are relatively new, South Wales. Method of recruiting from Audley and Lord Dudley's retinues, all of what we now call the potteries, former ward of the Northern Marches. A relatively small number of large contingents, the principal captains are his sons. It's worth bearing in mind after the parley that such niceties of chivalry were still observed at this point. Whereas on the other Salisbury appears to be withdrawing. The Lancastrians are moving up now to take advantage of that movement. So they're trying to engage now. Many of the Lancastrians, perhaps the overconfidence in their numbers, 8,000 men is an immense number for the time, equivalent to the whole population of Chester at that time. The Queen, of course, has promised them great rewards for capturing Salisbury himself and his army, and this is now slipping from their grasp thanks to the old fool Audley, who's been far too cautious. Range against the Lancastrians, and of course the handguns with the lead or iron shot they can't really miss. And for many of these raw Lancastrian troops, this the green troops moment lately. Moving up with his standard and moving towards the Yorkists to engage on the hill. Lord Audley mustering his men. He's going to try and charge in. Breaking and running away. Lord Audley trying to sway the battle back the right way for the Lancastrians by engaging himself. You've got to keep watching his standard, his ermine. Watch to see how he's actually going to do. The Yorkists engaging. More of the Lancastrians making their way back from the line. He will, of course, be hoping that they're coming up behind to reinforce and to try and lend more support to his beleaguered forces. The Earl of Salisbury will be trying very hard. Keep the ground, keep the tactical position. Of course, the Lancastrian forces are without their main field force commander. And the Burgundian looks like he's split to the Lancastrian side. Looks like he's changed sides, you often got that. And indeed they're recovering Lord Audley's corpse, which has not been stripped, again very honourable. Lords at the back of the battles allow the chance for any field surgeons, barber surgeons, to treat any of the wounded, treating arrow strikes, looking at people with shot injury from the guns and the cannon, of course. Both sides now readying themselves. The gun firing. Lord Dudley finally comes to a decision, and the Lancastrian forces are advancing. They're advancing close together in a wedge formation, which they're aiming towards the centre of Salisbury's main battle, the centre of the Yorkist forces, with the idea that the way to get through and turn onto either side of the Yorkists. picking up speed now. The rest of the Lancastrian forces on either flank to support them. Blue and white mainly for the Lancastrians, although many of the individual retinues and households have their own livery colours, often with a bend to identify themselves on either side. So of course there is quite a lot of scope for most of the men protected with jacks and brigandines, mail and plate, of which of course after the battle, if you go to the campsites, you can see and actually look at the weapons and the defensive equipment that they're actually wearing. To rally their men as they fall back, not letting them run away from the field, occasionally the upper hand, and appears to be forcing the Lancastrians knocked to the ground. Now almost all the Lancastrians disengaging, particularly on the left flank. The Lancastrians almost completely disengaged. Lord Dudley will now have to try and reassess the situation. The best harnessed men have to full plate, trying to get them up into position. Redeploying on the battlefield while they've got the run of the Yorkist forces, trying to put pressure on Salisbury. This Salisbury will make a mistake. Perhaps try and overlap the lines so they can turn one of the Yorkist battles, get around the back of it, attack them, put them to flight, and the rest will probably be history if it works. And of course, to battle, chivying their men, because they know that they have everything to lose here, because if they are defeated on this battlefield and captured by the Lancastrian royal forces of King Henry VI, then they're almost certain. Fighting going on. The Salisbury tried very hard to force the Lancastrian army back. Forced back once again by the murrey and blue clad Yorkists. Individual combats going on, as you can see, men separating from their blocks. They're moving back. Yorkists in charge of the main field, especially on their tactical position on the hill. Once again, the more rested men at the forefront of the Lancastrian attack, battles at Castillon and the battles of Formie and many of the other battles before that. And many of them are absolutely hardened campaigners against what the cream of France could throw against us at that time. Once again, Lord Dudley Stanley's men are bouncing now. Yeah, they're forming up. They're getting ready to assault. And Stanley's men move. And Stanley's men have changed sides quite dramatically. I think he's going to have a major bearing. Stanley's men changed sides. Various factions changing sides now. And it looks like Lord Dudley himself is fighting going on, being pursued by the Yorkists. And many of them take away. The Boroughs, Plantagenets, the Woodvilles, the Oxfords, and many, many more have made this such an exciting day for you today. To face the army of the Yorkists and Lancastrians that make up the Federation.